Hi everyone, it's Nick here from Noterro. Today we are going to take a look at the insurance settings section. And it depends on whether you are on the Core, Plus, or Max plan. You will have different features that you can access. So let's go ahead and take a look at the insurance settings section. So we'll click on the settings or gear icon and we will select insurance. And the very first step you'll need to do is put in your insurers. It's fairly straightforward. You'd click add new, you'd put the insurance name, fill this form out. Again, put the coverage type and the payer identification number in, and you can add all your insurers. Once you add your insurers, you would add your codes. And so codes are broken down into either CPT, ICD, or modifier type codes. So you put your CPT code in here, you put the label in here, so the code would be 97140, for example, and maybe this would be manual therapy. You'd put the amount in. Don't worry, you don't have to put, if you have varying amounts for say 97140, you only have to put that in once, and that can be changed when you're adding a claim, as well as this the units for this code will be handled as well at the invoice level, and whether there's a default tax. So you'd put all your CPT codes in by just clicking save and add more. Same with ICD. So if I change this over to ICD, you'd put all your ICDs, save and add more, and then you'd finish off with your modifiers. Once you're done, you can just close this off, and then you're going to get a list of codes here. You can just show more codes, and so in this clinic, there's some just fictitious codes I have here, and then you can see that there's some real codes blended in here. So these are the insurance codes, and then next is the form fields, and the form fields are required for the CMS 1500 or a download for an EDI file. And so I can just select my CMS 1500, and we're going to pre-select all the codes that you need. Doesn't mean you can't use the additional fields. So as an example, adjuster's name or phone or email. So if you need these fields, you can also add these. These are indicating what box they're mapped to for the CMS 1500. And most of the stuff you can see falls under the policy where these fields are going to be located. So these are where they're going to be mapped to. These are going to be where they are within Noterro. And so for place of service code and location MPI as an example will be on the base setup in the location section. These two fields aren't typically clicked on, but if you need prior authorization expiry date or max visits, you can also turn these on. So you can turn the fields on as you like, but these are the recommended fields once you select that quick select. And then the clearinghouse is the last section that you'd have to declare. If you're using a clearinghouse, just click view settings. If you don't want to use a clearinghouse, you can just select that. If you use Availability Essential Pro, you can submit claims directly through Availability Essential Pro, through Noterro. So if you have an Availability Essential Pro account, or you can select Availability Essential Office LAI TriZetto. So you would need to declare what, as an example, if I use Availability Essentials, I can save that, and I need to declare that I'm using Availability as my clearinghouse. So that's the insurance setup section. And as I mentioned, there are other areas that you do need to set up, and I'll just quickly show you where they are in the base setup. So in the base setup, under location, so if I click on locations here, if I scroll to the insurance section here, there's a place of service code and a location MPI. So if your business had a business MPI or location MPI, you'd put that in here. This is not the provider's MPI number, so this would be a different MPI number. So if you have that, you put that in there and you click save. And then under the practitioners, if I just click on the practitioner as an example, and the same thing, if I go to the insurance section at the bottom here, this is where your render MPI number would be, and then you'd select in the drop down. I just have state license if you have an ID number that you need to put in here. Same with social security or employer identification number, and then you'd put the number in there and click save. So once you have all those fields set up and they're set up appropriately, then you'd be able to, as I said, generate a CMS 1500, an EDI, or a super bill within our system. So that's it. That's it for setting up the insurance. So thank you for watching, and please click subscribe if you'd like to be notified as new videos are released.